So Japan has traditionally had a really deep relationship with China, and I should say at the beginning that we Japanese have the deepest respect for the Chinese historical tradition, culture, and people. Having said that, one of the problems that Japan probably had, either implicitly or explicitly, in the relationship with China is that it is too big. If you are a person living in the United Kingdom, for example, imagine Europe. And in Europe there are many countries with different languages and different people. But imagine all of Europe was just one nation with one language. And that is China. So you can imagine how China is actually very big compared to Japan. So, although the Japanese people have always felt deep sympathy and deep admiration for everything Chinese, at the same time, the Japanese people have sometimes felt that China is too big. And recently, because of the economic growth and great resurgence of Chinese culture and power, this China being too big is now again becoming not a problem but a challenge. I do hope that Japan and China can coexist peacefully together with other nations in the Korean Peninsula and Taiwan and the Philippines and Vietnam and so on. But I do hope that the Chinese people realize that theirs is a great nation. They don't really have to, do anything extra other than being China to demonstrate their greatness. It's a great nation.
Distance 5.
And that is, that was my running application going again. So what I wanted to say was, maybe China is comparable to the United States, two big nations, and in the years to come, everyone can see that China would be probably greater than the United States in terms of economic power and many socio-economical, muscles. And so I do hope that China would not restrain, but, be just its natural self. Because by just being its natural self, China is a great nation. Japan is a small nation compared to China. But we try to be our unique self, ourselves. I hope every nation would be able to, be its unique self. Or for that matter, every individual, because after all, according to this great book, Leviathan, by Hobbes, nations are just machines to, make each of us happy. So after all, at the end of the day, what ultimately counts is our own individuality. That's my belief. Anyway, here's to world peace.